Tape www.suividecolosénégal.com.
À École au Sénégal, c'est facile, tu n'as qu'à te connecter. Tape École au Sénégal, les leçons sont beaucoup plus détaillées.
Hi everyone, good afternoon or good morning everybody, depending on where you are. I'm back today to talk about what they call question tags. Some of them can call them tag questions as well. Question tags or tag questions are questions that we put at the end of a statement in order to find out whether, because we know the statement is true, or because we think the statement is true. Okay? So we can start by writing down question tags. Or tag questions. Okay? Are questions we put at the end of a statement we know or we think is true. So, going from that, okay, it's just in order to check, verify whether the info is true. Okay? To check if it's true. Check if it's true, okay? To encourage a reply. To encourage a reply from the person we addressing, the person we talking to. Okay? Don't we expecting the answer from the person, whether it can be negative answer or positive answer. Okay? Now, auxiliary verbs or verb to be at have subject plus pronoun. Okay? We usually then use auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs. Okay? What are auxiliary verbs? We know most commons are be or have. Ce sont des verbes auxiliaires. Ok? Autant ils sont des verbes, autant ils sont auxiliaires. Donc they call them auxiliary verbs. Okay? For example, it's warm today. Il fait doux aujourd'hui. Warm, not too hot, not too cold. Okay? Il fait doux, il fait bon. Okay? It's warm today. Okay? Full stop. Alors, the question tag will be it's warm. Is. It's warm. C'est la contraction de it is warm. D'accord? It's a contraction. It is warm today. When you're speaking, you use contractions. Okay? So you say, instead of saying it is warm, you would say it's warm today. It's a statement. We're going to put a question tag at the end of this statement in order to, because we know it's warm really, so we're expecting a positive answer from our, the person we're talking to, okay? It's warm today. Because it is warm today, we say, isn't it? in French, we could replace this by n'est-ce pas? Il fait doux aujourd'hui, n'est-ce pas? Le repas est bon, n'est-ce pas? D'accord? Donc, it's warm today, isn't it? Isn't it? It is not it, ok? N'est-ce pas? Donc, on s'attend à la réponse positive, ok? Parce que c'est un fait. On sort de la maison, we out and about, and we know it's warm. The sun is shining, but the sun is not too hot, not too cold. So we say, it's hot today, it's warm today, isn't it? We're expecting that answer. Okay? Let's use another statement, okay? Alors, d'habitude, okay, if the statement, la déclaration, if the statement is positive, comme it's warm today, if the statement is positive, okay, we use a negative tag. And vice versa. If the statement is negative, we use a positive. Okay? We use a positive question tag. Okay? For example, okay? For example, it's not cold. Okay? For example, it's not cold. On mettra un statement, un question tags. Vu que c'est un statement negative statement, we have to put a positive question tag. Okay? So it's not cold. What can I answer? What can I say after that? I would say, is it? And I put a question mark at the end. Always put question mark at the end of your question tags, because it's a question at the end of a statement. Okay? So it's not cold, is it? If I say, for example, it's cold, okay? Full stop. It's cold. What could I say? It's cold. I would say negative. Isn't it? So you do the exact opposite depending on whether you have a positive statement or a negative statement. Okay? Auxiliary verb now. Now, if the main clause has a negative, if the main clause a clause, c'est une préposition, hein? Une proposition plutôt, pas une préposition, une proposition. La préposition principale, the main clause, main veut dire principal. Hein? Donc, if the main clause, okay, has an auxiliary, la position principale comporte un auxiliary verbs, if the main clause has an auxiliary verb, un verbe auxiliaire, comme be or have, okay, comma, if the main clause has an auxiliary verb, okay, we use the same verb type. We use virgule, we use the same, la même, on reprend le verbe, we use the same verb tag. Okay? If the person has an verb, we use the main tag question. Okay? The main tag question. Okay? That's if the main clause has an auxiliary verb be or have. Okay? We use the same verb tag. Okay? So, in that sense, depending on if it's present, it could be at the present tense, present simple, present simple tense, or past simple. Okay? Depending whether it's at the present tense, in the present tense, or in the past tense. Okay? Now, if there is no auxiliary verb, okay, if there is no auxiliary verb in the present simple or in the past simple, okay, if there is no auxiliary, what do? We use the magic auxiliary, which is do. When it's present, we use, okay, we use do. We use do if, or third person, we use does. That's if it's present. And if it's the past, we use did. Donc, quand on ne voit pas d'auxiliaire, on a toujours recours à notre auxiliaire magique. On sort notre carte de notre poche, c'est notre auxiliaire magique. Parce que dans la préposition, on ne voit pas de verbe d'auxiliaire. Il n'y a pas be, il n'y a pas have. Donc, quand il n'y a pas d'auxiliaire, on remplace par un auxiliaire magique. Quand c'est au présent, when it's at the present tense, in the present, we put do or does. If it's in the past, we use did, qui est la forme passée de do. Does étant la forme de la troisième personne du singulier. I do, you do, he does, she does, it does. We do, you do, they do. Okay? So, that's if, for example, they live in London. In this statement, we cannot see any auxiliary verb. They live in London. What do? We take our magic auxiliary, okay, which is do, and we do, because it's a positive statement, we need to use a negative question tag. When it's negative, we use positive. When it's positive, we use negative. You do the exact opposite. So we take our magical, what they call it, magic auxiliary. They live in London. They, troisième personne du pluriel. Don't they. They do, they don't. Donc, on met question tag. Don't they. Et on met un question mark. Un question mark, un point d'interrogation. They live in London, don't they? Nous sommes presque sûrs qu'ils habitent à Londres. Donc là, on s'attend un peu à la réponse, ok? On n'oublie pas que les question tags sont un peu c'est fait pour vérifier une information que nous pensons être vraie. Ok? So, c'est un peu, en français, c'est un peu l'équivalent, serait un peu n'est-ce pas? Ok? N'est-ce pas? Ils habitent à Londres, n'est-ce pas? Parce que je vois que quand ils sortent, ils prennent toujours la route qui mène vers Londres ou la route qui mène vers Dakar. Si nous nous trouvons à Hambourg ou à Rufisque, ils prennent l'autoroute A1, c'est A. Ils going towards Dakar. Donc, nous pensons, nous soupçonnons que l'information est juste. Donc, on vérifie. C'est une façon de vérifier les informations, mais n'est-ce pas à la fin des questions, à la fin des phrases, hein, des statements, de nos propos. Ok? They live in London, don't they? Ils habitent à Londres, n'est-ce pas? Donc, we think or we know it's true. Si on n'est pas sûr, on soupçonne, ok, que c'est vrai. Maintenant, how to form question tags. Excuse me, ok. Do this. Hop là, ok. Ok. How to form questions tags. Alors, with an auxiliary modal verb from the statement, we form question tags. We form question tags with, okay, we form question tags with auxiliary models. Auxiliary model. Alors, what are models? When you hear models, we talk about the verb défectif. Can, may, might, could. Those are what they call models, okay? So, we use models, okay? Modal verbs from statement, modal verb from statement. Okay, with modal verb from statement, and we also use appropriate subjects. We use appropriate subject. Okay, we need appropriate subject. For example, okay, now positive statement is followed by a negative question tag. Okay, we know that positive statement, okay, positive statement, okay, is followed, is suivi de, is followed by negative question tag or tag question. Okay, so for example, Jack okay, is from Spain. Jack est originaire d'Espagne. Okay? Alors, the question tag here. We got an auxiliary. What do we do? It's positive. So what do? We turn it negative to form our question tag. Jack is from Spain. What what can I put at the end of my statement? I put a negative, because it's positive, I put a negative. Isn't he? With a question mark. Jack is from Spain, isn't he? Je soupçonne que Jack est espagnol. Ok? Il est originaire d'Espagne. Je suis à peu près sûr, à 80%. Je vérifie. It's a way of checking something we think or we know it's true. Okay? Jack is from Spain, isn't he? Yes, he is. Okay? Because il y a des signes qui laissent supposer. Maybe something make me think that he's from Spain. Maybe, well, he listens to Spanish music, he wears Spanish t-shirts, he eats Spanish food, okay? Maybe there's des éléments qui laissent supposer que Jack is from Spain. Mais pour vérifier, je mets une question tags à la fin. Alors, question tags are mainly used as well when speaking, okay? Unless when you're writing, you sort of doing a dialogue in a theater play, you're writing a play, or maybe you're writing a book, and there's a conversation between two people. So you use question tags in the conversation, but it's mainly used orally when speaking, really. Okay. So next, Mary can speak English. Let's say another example. Mary can speak English. Mary parle anglais. Mary can speak English. Okay? Here is a model. I told you about models. Quand on entend les models, c'est le verbe défectif. Donc can, may, can, could, might, and so on. Okay? So, Mary can speak English. Là, comment faire le question tags, comment le former, how to compose, we would say, parce que c'est positif, on fait l'inverse. On met quand she, okay? If I say, you like bananas, don't you? For example, okay? Je suis presque sûr que tu aimes des bananes, mais pour vérifier, je mets, tu aimes des bananes, n'est-ce pas? You like bananas, don't you? Okay? You went, au passé, you went to the stadium yesterday, didn't you? Parce que c'est le participe. D'accord? Mais ça, c'est quand il n'y a pas d'auxiliaire. L'auxiliaire magique vient d'où? Das quand c'est le présent, et did et didn't quand c'est le participe. Ok? Participle est l'équivalent de l'imparfait en français. Donc, Jack is from Spain, isn't he? Mary can speak English, can't she? Ok? Question mark. Toujours. D'accord? Ensuite, what else can we have? Alors, a negative statement is followed by a positive question tags. They are funny, aren't they? Ils sont marrants, ils sont rigolos, n'est-ce pas? They are funny. Les clowns, they are funny. Are funny. Question tags. Aren't they? Question mark at the end. Point d'interrogation. They are funny, aren't they? On a été au cirque, on a vu vraiment des clowns faire des choses, tout le monde a rigolé. On sort et dit, wow, they're really funny, aren't they? Ils sont vraiment rigolos, n'est-ce pas? Ok? They're funny, aren't they? Then, alors si c'est they aren't funny, et là, c'est négatif, on met positif, are they? Donc, vraiment, c'est un jeu d'enfant, it's easy, on permute. Quand c'est positif, on met négatif. Quand c'est négatif, on met positif. Quand il n'y a pas d'auxiliaire, on prend l'auxiliaire magique, qui est do quand c'est le présent simple, ou past simple, on met did. Okay, quand c'est troisième personne, on met do ou does. Et quand c'est le past simple, on met did. Et c'est négatif, on met didn't. Ok? Did they, didn't they? They went to the stadium. Ils sont allés au stade. They went to the stadium. Il n'y a pas d'auxiliaire. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Auxiliaire magique. Didn't they? Ok? They went. Didn't they? Parce que c'est le past simple. Donc on sort l'auxiliaire magique do qu'on accorde au past simple pour former notre question tag, qui est une question que nous posons à la fin d'un énoncé ou à la fin d'une phrase, même si elle est positive, pour vérifier une information que nous pensons être vraie ou que nous savons être vraie. That we think or we know it's true. Ok? Just to check. En français, l'équivalent serait n'est-ce pas? Ok? They're funny, aren't they? He shouldn't say things like that. Il ne devrait pas dire des choses comme ça. He should. Should, c'est un verbe défectif. C'est un model. He shouldn't. He should not. La contraction. He shouldn't say things like that. Il ne devrait pas dire des choses comme ça. Là, on utilise le modèle should pour former notre question tag. Vu que should est négatif, nous sommes obligés d'utiliser un question tag qui est positif. Ok? He shouldn't say things like that. Should he? Should he? N'est-ce pas? N'est-ce pas? He shouldn't say things like that, should he? C'est vrai qu'il n'aurait pas dû dire ça sur un plateau de télé, par exemple. Il y a des enfants qui écoutent. Hein? La radio, on ne dit pas n'importe quoi, même en classe. Ok? Devant les élèves, on ne dit pas des gros mots, hein, quand même, c'est élémentaire. You cannot swear. Donc, basically, essentiellement, voilà un peu ce qu'on appelle les question tags, ok? Si on fait une petite récapitulation, c'est pas terminé, hein? I'm gonna have to clean a part of the board. Donc, question tags, okay? There are questions, okay, that we put at the end of a statement, okay, that we know, okay, we know it's true, or we think it's true, okay? To encourage a reply. C'est pour justement stimuler, provoquer la réponse de quelqu'un. On s'attend à ce que la personne réponde. Donc, c'est un peu délibéré en fait. Ok? To encourage a reply. Pour encourager une réponse. Okay, donc, si on forme donc l'auxiliaire avoir ou être, qui sont des verbes auxiliaires. D'accord? Example, it's warm today, isn't it? Usually, it's a statement. If the statement is positive, we use a negative question tag. If the statement is negative, we use a positive question tag. Okay, example, it's not cold, is it? Or it's cold, isn't it? Now, if the main clause, si la proposition principale, d'accord, n'a pas d'auxiliaire, un auxiliaire, un verbe, d'accord, on utilise le même auxiliaire verbe, d'accord, d'accord. Ok, like it's, isn't it, ok, là on utilise le même, d'accord, et dépendant en fonction de si c'est le présent ou passé pour former notre question tag. Ok, maintenant, if there is no auxiliary, il n'y a pas d'auxiliaire, as I said to you before, we use do if it's in the present simple, or we use did if it's the past simple. Ok, example, they live in London, don't they? Maintenant, how to form the question tags, okay, with a modal verb. We said that the modal verbs were may, can, could, should, would. C'est ça qu'on appelle les modals. En français, je crois qu'ils disent les verbes défectifs. Okay? So, with appropriate subject. So, positive statement followed by a negative, c'est la même chose en inverse. Example, Jack is from Spain, isn't he? Okay? Mary can speak English, can't she? They are funny, aren't they? He should not say things like that. He shouldn't say things like that. Should he? Donc, this is what they call question tags. Okay? We'll have some more exercises on it next session. Okay? Now.
Tape www.suividecole au Sénégal.